All right, episode 2.
Why?
Why what?
What's the view in my face? I know what number we're on.
I'm letting you know, episode 2.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Share the Door, the podcast where we are, what would we call ourselves?
We're a couple.
Okay, a couple who's going to debate about situations based off movie news and a movie that we saw, flip it into how it could relate to our hypothetical lives. That's cool with you?
Yeah, I agree to do this. Oh, okay.
Alright, cool. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Blackjack.
Oh, God.
No gambling.
No.
Leo Archibald. I'm here with my co-host, Brianna. You want to say anything before we get started?
You already introduced me. Let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah, because last time you had to reintroduce yourself after I already introduced you. We wasted at least 3 seconds.
Ooh, 3 seconds. What's
3 seconds is vital in this world.
Not necessarily. You do these as long as you want.
Whatever. Alright, so as always, or as we did in the last episode, we're going to get to the last movie that we saw together, but I completely forgot to do our rating system last time.
Oh, okay.
So once we get to that portion, after we're done discussing the movie, then I'll introduce that and then we can rate it. Cool?
Cool.
Alright, so the last movie that we saw was The Nun.
Yeah, it was a disappointment.
Okay, so I was about to ask you what was your overall quick opinion on the movie, but I guess that sums it up.
It was a disappointment because usually those movies like The Conjurings and The Insidiouses, who's the guy who's like kind of in all of them, or the director or producer, whoever.
James Wan is the producer.
Yeah, that guy. He tends to like make scary movies that I actually am afraid of. I jump at. I'm kind of really terrified. This time it was pretty disappointing. I maybe jumped once or twice, but they weren't genuine scares.
I mean, this movie ain't really like his baby per se. He did apparently come up with the story. I don't really believe that much. And he shot some of the scenes in the movie, but he just is a producer because he came up with, he's, behind the whole Conjuring universe, so he produces all the movies. But how much input he actually has, I'm pretty sure not as much as he does on the actual Conjuring movies that he directs, but he still has his hand in it. But I don't blame him for this movie.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying I had high expectations because I knew his name was on it. I don't blame him. I don't think it's his fault.
I had expectations for it. I thought it would be much better because I thought the nun was one of the more cooler demons in...
Right, and she was really scary in the Conjuring movie
itself. Whoa, how do you know it's a she?
She, he, it...
Whoa,
it
she?
Brianna, no, not she, he, she,
2018.
Comma, he,
you gotta chill.
Comma, it.
You gotta chill with all that, but okay. Continue.
So, in the Conjuring movies where she did appear, she did seem scary, so I thought that her own movie would be more scarier than what it was.
Yeah, me too. Like, because I thought that the Nun and the Crooked Man were really cool. And so I was happy when they said they were getting a Nun movie. I was like, oh, cool, that should be terrifying, because, religious stuff could be scary. Like, you got just their whole cult-like vibe, and then you got the priests fondling little boys.
Nathan,
that's
nothing
terrifying.
to do with this.
But it deals with, that type of stuff. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. So imagine if you were a little boy and you get called into the priest's office, and he shuts the door and locks it behind you. You're going to freak out.
That is not where this
I'm just saying, that's what I was thinking of when they announced the movie. I was like, all right, The Conjuring 2 was great. That was a great demon in the movie. If they're going to do a spinoff, I'm glad they chose that one. So I was like, cool. And then, I forget, I wasn't familiar with the director, but I was looking forward to it. The Conjuring universe has been more hit or miss. I mean, I like the universe as a whole. Out of all the cinematic universes, I think it's one of the top ones. Not all the movies are great, mainly the Annabelle movies. The first one was cool. I can't remember if I liked the second one more.
I remember how I felt about Annabelle.
They each had their moments, but they weren't great. I remember the second one being very slow, and this slowness bothered me.
Maybe because I'm linking it with Insidious, because Insidious and The
Yeah,
Conjuring aren't the same universe.
Nothing to do
but
with
they
Insidious.
still sometimes have some of the same feel to them, even though they're not the same universe. So maybe that's the problem, because with all the Insidiouses, I believe I've been scared.
Which is sad.
No, that red-faced demon in the first one, when you first watch it, he was terrifying.
There's been 4 movies. You saying you've been terrified of all 4 of them?
From what I can remember, yes. I
Do you
can't
even
remember
remember
that
that one came out this year?
one. No.
See? Then you.
One came out this year?
Yes.
Did we go see it?
Yes.
We
It came out
did?
in January.
Oh.
See?
I don't remember it right now.
See, you just lied, but.
But I just, based off of the first one, I feel like I've always had a expectation to be terrified in Insidious, and they have like the same feel, the same vibe. But they have the same vibe, and the director guy has been involved in...
James Wan.
Yes, he's been involved in them all. Has he or has he not?
Most.
Okay, then.
Yes.
So I was hoping to get that same scary vibe, and I didn't get it
But
this
The
time.
Conjuring was nothing like Insidious.
It does have a vibe that way.
The second one, yes. The first one, not at all.
Just the vibe of how the scariness happens is the same, kind of, in my opinion.
I guess we're all entitled to our opinion.
Exactly.
But, yeah. But I was disappointed too, but I wasn't shocked that I was disappointed. I was only disappointed because I wanted to like this one. But I just thought it was eh.
I was disappointed because when I go into a scary movie, I expect to be scared.
Alright, so let me break down. What do I have in my notes? First of all, what is this? I can't even read what I said. The father explained the dead. Oh yeah, when they went into when the Frenchy guy, when he showed him the dead nun's body.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, spoiler alert! I need to say that at the beginning.
I mean, it's called a scary movie called The Nun. I'm pretty sure people expect to go see some dead nuns.
But I'm saying I'm gonna spoil the entire movie.
That'll be fine.
I would be mad, but
well then.
But that's why I let them know in advance.
This is a movie podcast. That happens.
But so when he showed him the dead body, the dead nun's body, and the Father Burke, he explained it like sometimes dead bodies twitch.
That wasn't no darn twitch. She was completely sitting up. If you lay a body down flat, there's no way it's going to twitch to the upright position.
Yeah, I thought that was his explanation for it was one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I was like, okay, that was very dumb.
Well, he was a useless character.
He was very useless.
The only
terrible.
The only reason why he was there was to bring, what's the main character's name? Irene. It's
what Eileen something.
Eileen, whatever her name. The only reason the priest was there was to bring her to the church. Otherwise, he was a completely useless character. He did not help move the story along. He didn't help do anything else in the movie. He didn't help when it came to fighting the demons. He was just there. And honestly, he set things back a couple of times.
Yeah, he was trash. He got himself put in the grave out of nowhere, which really bothered me. Like, when he got put in the grave and she heard that bell ringing, how did she assume that was him?
How did she hear that bell from how far she was?
Like, I know she has, like, visions and whatever, but they didn't put nothing in the movie that gave us a hint that she knew that was him.
That he was missing.
How she heard the bell. Why she just randomly decided to go outside when she had a weird feeling. That's what I can't stand about scary movies. I love scary movies, but I hate some of the little tropes they do. People got, like, a weird vibe, so they just start going outside and just looking around. Something that normal people would never do. Then when they see like a mysterious figure walking off in the distance, even if they feel like they might know him or not, they follow him.
Yeah, that was dumb. Like when he followed the little demon through the laundries. If that was something that you exercised years ago, there was no need for you to go follow it. Clearly it was unholy. Why are you following it?
That's what they kept doing, because those are like forced scares. You can find a better way to do scares than forcing somebody to follow some whatever figure off in the distance, and then bam, something happens. But so yeah, that bell grave ringing incident was dumb. And
they could have killed him in that scene, and then the whole movie would have still been able to go because he wasn't helpful.
He really wasn't.
He could have died in the grave, and
they could have made it like a little twist at the end and said he did actually die in the grave.
They could have. That would have been good too, because she was already seeing a bunch of other dead people.
Gave us a reason for why he was so useless. When did they start putting bells in graves?
You never heard of that?
No.
No, back in the old times, they did that all the time because they did think, like I explained in the movie, that someone might go down into the grave and they weren't actually dead, so people could ring the bell.
Somebody accidentally go in the grave?
Because the doctors at that time were idiots. They didn't have enough medical technology to make sure someone was completely dead before they put them in the grave. They were just going based off of, reading your pulse, and your pulse can get really low sometimes and you still not be dead. So that happened actually a lot in the olden times.
Well, old people are stupid.
They didn't have the technology, but yes, they are stupid.
I don't care, they're still stupid. You should either know if somebody's dead or alive.
They didn't have much to go off of. The person didn't move for a couple of hours, like, oh, they're dead.
I have to let them sit for a day.
Nope. Yeah, you can't let them sit for a day because what does stink?
You have a dead person room then. Where you put the dead people.
They didn't have that back then. They didn't think all this through.
Well,
now we do have a dead people room. The morgue. But they didn't have all that.
They could have had a little shed. They thought he was dead.
They didn't know what to do.
Dummies. But yeah, so he was forgettable. And so clearly this movie was Irene. I think her name is Thaisa. Farmiga. Vera Farmiga's sister. I thought she was her daughter.
Oh, I think you were all wrong.
I was very wrong.
You were very wrong. Because you told me that, now I was thinking it.
I was 100% sure. I didn't even need to double check. I was so sure. Because they're like 21 years apart.
That doesn't mean anything.
And they look exactly alike.
So, if you have the same mom and dad, you can look exactly alike, kind of. People think me and my sister look alike a lot.
But when there's a 20+ year difference and you
still
look
got
like exactly
same
like,
genes.
I'm just gonna assume that they're
same
daughters.
Genes.
But I was wrong. So they're sisters. And so yeah, that was her and Frenchie's movie, and then they didn't even knock it off the park with their performances.
Didn't.
Like she's like, I'm a fan. I really like her mom as an actress. She on the other hand hasn't really.
Isn't it not her mom? You know her sister?
You're not gonna be able to convince me that that's sisters.
Just quit it.
Her
it's her
sister. She's really good at acting. Her sister,
isn't she the girl from American Horror Story?
Yeah.
She not good in American Horror Story.
She's like cool, but I hated her character in the first season.
Well, yeah, because she was an annoying little teenage brat.
Exactly. So I only seen her in that, and then I haven't finished Coven. I only got like 2 episodes deep.
Oh.
So then that and then this, like she's cool, but I'm just like she didn't win me over, and the Frenchie guy was more entertaining than she was.
Yeah, he was a bit entertaining. I guess just because the whole movie itself was a disappointment,
yeah.
None of them could have won me over. The story should have been better.
Yeah, they made this story a little too complicated.
Mm-hmm. Really? You thought it was complicated?
Not complicated in the sense that it was hard to understand. It was just like it wasn't too straightforward, and their logic for stuff was dumb.
Like what?
I'm trying. See, when it comes to memory, I just put down vague details in my notes, and some stuff I can't remember. But just like all I know is like the plot, how it moved. It didn't move like smooth. It was like kind of rigidy, and then once you got to like the end, like the third act, you're like, how did I get here? Like the movie's about to end already. The big third act battle showdown with the demons about to happen, and then we don't really know why. I feel like the reasoning with like the drop of blood and the demon coming from that little circle crack and how it was blocked, and it's just like
it's because the man who had the church before, he was summoning demons, Nathan.
Yeah, but it was just like,
and the demon stayed in the church and pretended to be a nun so that he or she could fit in with the other people.
And then they said it took shapes as other people and things. It barely did.
It only kept one shape. It kept the shape of the nun. It didn't.
That's why I was confused. Like, it takes shapes to trick you. I'm like, if it's taking shapes, it's taking shapes of other nuns.
Yeah, that's all it could have done was change from one nun to another. But it seemed to stay the same nun, so you could always know that's it. Like, I don't think it ever tricked anyone. They knew.
It was the old person with the veil over their face.
Oh,
which
yeah,
was
that was
also very stupid that they didn't think something was up with that.
Right, it never moved, it never got up, it talked funny.
It randomly
appeared in the room.
And y'all have a conversation with him? Like, alright fam, that's definitely believable.
When they decided to stick her in the room where old girl killed herself, that was not okay. And they locked her in the room and she was just like, oh, alright, I guess I gotta stay in here. No, I'm not staying in the room where the girl killed herself. Not in a haunted crap church.
Yeah, I don't see the wrong.
No. I would stay the night there. No way. They was gonna let me out of that darn gate.
Let's see.
Or they was gonna let me out of where they did their deliveries. They had a way out. I wasn't staying the night there.
Yes, you would have.
No, I wouldn't have.
You ain't got no money.
I ain't staying there.
You ain't got no money.
I'll go stay in the poor village of Frenchie.
You're a nun. You can't be doing that type of stuff. That's nasty.
She didn't take her vow yet. She wasn't a nun yet.
Well, she was serious about it.
She wasn't a nun yet. And clearly she don't become a nun because she has a kid in the next Conjurings.
You just assume they're related?
That is her, ain't it? Ain't that her name?
What?
That's her, ain't it?
Who?
Ain't she a younger version of the one from...
That's what people are theorizing.
What's her name in The Conjuring?
You have Lorraine.
Oh, Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was her.
See, people are saying that it's either a younger version of her.
I thought it was.
Or like they're
because Lorraine was at the exorcism of Frenchie.
Yeah, because they called him there to do it.
Oh. Well, either way, she didn't take her vows yet. I won't spend the night in no darn haunted church. I'm not about that life.
You ain't back in the habit. Okay, here's some stuff I'm pretty sure you noticed. Some of the scenes, how they were shot, I know you were definitely paying attention to that.
Possibly not, but sure, go for it.
Some were noticeably good, and some were noticeably not so good.
See, nope, I didn't notice that.
That was like the beginning part where the girl killed herself.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was shot really well. Like the lighting was very reminiscent of Conjuring 2 and that vibe. How like it has like a bluish tint, but still like a haunting, scary vibe. You know, like how when they went in the further in the Insidious movies, how it was like super dark, but the fog creates like a bluish tint in a way.
Yeah.
The scene I'm talking about was like that, but scaled down so you can actually see what's going on. If that makes sense.
No, kind of not really, but.
Okay, well.
Yeah, you know how to look into all that.
Well, that scene I thought was like, all right, this was shot pretty well, and then there was some scenes, like especially like cut scenes, like it would be the same scene but cut into different angles that looked very different that were bothering me. So in my head, I was thinking, because I read about how James Wan helped shoot some scenes during reshoots so they can get it so the director didn't have to be in two places at once. So I was like, all right, man, it feels like these scenes that I'm noticing that are really good are from James, and the not so good ones are from the actual director of this movie. But yeah, I thought the end, the little twist, not twist, but how they connected this to The Conjuring, like you just said, with when they were doing the exorcism of Frenchie, was the scene where they were in the school showing the exorcism in the first Conjuring.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So they usually...
Because of course, since we didn't see The Conjuring, like we didn't watch it before we went to go see The Nun, I didn't even think about that being him in the...
I'm pretty sure they didn't really show it that well.
You sure? They might have. I thought they did.
We could, but...
They might have.
Some, I'm not saying all,
summary, like, and keep it connected.
Some white people look alike.
Nathan!
So, we wouldn't...
This episode, you are being not okay.
I said...
you are being super offensive today,
I said I'm
Nathan.
not trying to be offensive. I'm just telling how it is.
So, and he was such... Look alike.
He was such
not okay.
He was such like a throw-off character where it was more about what they were talking about, not the person who was actually infested with the demon. We weren't really paying attention to his face. So even if we watched it beforehand and then watched this movie, we will still probably wouldn't have realized it. And he's not like a known actor, so definitely ain't gonna like key in on his face.
I might have remembered the face.
Well, maybe.
Possibly.
I guess we'll never know now.
I mean, don't you have Connor?
I do, but we never go back to the point
where
we
watch. We could go.
But we'll never go back to the point before we watch The Nun. We already seen The Nun.
Okay, but we can go to see if it's him.
We can, but we won't have that feeling like when we're watching The Nun for the first time, like, oh, that's the guy from The Conjuring from that one scene with the grainy footage of them doing the exorcism.
Okay, but now we can watch The Conjuring for the first time and say, that's the guy from The Nun.
I've seen The Conjuring several times.
So we can watch it again and be like, that's the guy from The Nun.
This ain't 50 First Dates.
Nathan, you're stressing me out.
I ain't Drew Barrymore. I don't get to relive stuff for the first time all
Oh
over
my
again.
gosh. You know what I meant.
But yeah, so I thought that was a cool link, but the ending as a whole was underwhelming. It just, like, when that scene came, it just literally just went off. It was like...
It did.
And then even before that,
it seemed like something else should have happened, something else should have gone on.
I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, it's done. And even before that, the whole battle with Valak, or whatever that demon's name.
It had a name?
Yeah, Valak. V-A-L-E-K.
Oh, I didn't remember seeing a name.
Well, they told it in The Conjuring 2.
Oh.
And then they mentioned it again. That's the demon's name.
Oh.
Yeah. But
is that a man demon or a girl demon?
We already discussed this. You just assumed it was whatever you assumed it was.
It can be a man or a woman or an it or
people can be whatever they want, Brianna. It's 2018.
It's not a real thing. It's a spirit. Spirits can be whatever they want to be. And the Insidious, it was a red face demon. It wasn't a he or a she. We don't know what it was. It's an entity.
Tripping. But so that whole battle when they were in that I'm assuming it was underground.
They were in the
underground bunker.
The catacombs? The catacombs? The caverns? Catacombs.
I was expecting something more like terrifying and entertaining, not just Valak blowing his hot breath on people and shooting them backwards or choking people. I thought this demon would do other things to kill people.
Like what though? What do you expect a demon to do?
I don't know, like be like Pennywise. Turn into stuff to freak people out and
Did
then
you
do
really
crazy
see
stuff.
that in any of the Conjuring movies?
Well, that's what I was about to bring up. These Conjuring movies, although mainly the Conjuring movies are good. The Annabelle movies are cool. They don't really kill many people in these movies.
They don't. Too many people survive for a scary movie.
Exactly. That's my problem. Like,
and isn't this a rated R scary movie?
Yeah, just mainly
Too many
because it's
people are
scary and some
surviving.
of the gore. But there's not that much gore.
I mean, the nun died.
The beginning.
Yeah.
I'm talking
And the
about
old lady nun died.
I'm talking about the main characters.
True.
Like,
maybe that's why they're just like killing off supporting people so they don't have to kill the main characters.
But they don't even bring most of the main characters back.
Well,
and they can be easily replaced.
They
just
could
saying,
be, but
like,
maybe they just don't want to kill them.
After a while, you notice, like I did, like, yo, you're not killing people, especially the main people. So these scary, really serious situations that y'all are going through, they become less, like, terrifying because these main people aren't dying. So you make it seem like, so you're like, they'll get past it somehow. They'll put the cross on the neck and shoo the demon away or do whatever they do or spit blood. That's when she spit the blood in the mouth.
That was nasty. She put that in her mouth. That was thousands of years of old blood.
That's Jesus' blood, though.
That's thousands of years of old blood.
Jesus' blood tastes like,
No.
At church, they be drinking his blood.
They be drinking grape juice or wine.
But they say it's Jesus' blood.
But it's grape juice or wine to symbolize it. She put actual...
church.
They are drinking grape juice or wine that symbolizes it. She was supposedly putting real blood in her mouth. That's thousands of years old. That's nasty.
Alright, so lastly, I just want to mention that the nun looked more creepy than silly, so I'll give them credit for that.
She wasn't pretty creepy. She or he or it was very creepy looking.
I mean, the person who plays the nun is a she, so if that helps you.
Oh, then she was creepy looking.
But you don't know if they're supposed to be a he.
But the person who played her, or played the nun, is a she, so I'm going with that.
Okay.
I thought it was a guy. It was a tall nun.
Yeah, her name is Bonnie Aarons.
Oh, she's tall. Or she had some heels on, because that nun was tall.
Alright, so anything you want to mention on the nun before we give it our...
Nah, I'm through with this disappointing movie.
Okay. Alright, so on a scale of 1 to 5 is our rating scale, but each number is represented by a famous couple from movies. So let me run those off. So 5 being the worst, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. Our number 5 couple is Jack and Rose, of course. Whoa!
Look at you.
Did I hit that?
You did.
Oh, my bad. Technical difficulties. Alright, so Jack and Rose represent 5, which is...
Is it 1 supposed to be better? That's fine, go ahead.
5 stars, 1 star.
But like first place, second place?
But we're doing it based off of 5 because movies are ranked.
Okay.
The highest.
Got
10
it.
out of 10, 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Okay. So Jack and Rose are 5 because obviously. Number 4, Allie and Noah.
They are a great movie couple. Everyone loves The Notebook. Don't be a hater.
I mean, the movie itself, but it got
The
Ryan
movie's
Gosling in it.
Awesome too, and it has Rachel McAdams.
And people do love that. They always talk about them, so I'll give them that.
We could have put The Vow in here. We should have. The Vow is a good
No one
love story.
mentions The Vow.
But it's a good love story.
For you, if this was on you, you would have every Rachel McAdams couple in there.
I would not, because sometimes she struggles if she's not in a romantic movie.
About Time, you would have had that couple.
Oh, that's a really good one too. I'm gonna watch that.
Alright, number 3, we got Adonis and Bianca from Creed, because we need some black couples in here. It can't be full of white couples.
Nathan!
It's called being equality. Diversity.
But you seem to be attacking
I'm
our
not attacking
Caucasian
them.
people
I just
today.
don't want to let them have all 5 slots.
Okay.
And it got Michael B, so I really don't, I'm not
gorgeous.
comfortable with him being 3, but I guess.
He could be number 5, just him.
But that's not it's the couple, not just him.
Well,
So
maybe
since
he
they're
should
not
have some other couples that he's in a good movie.
What do you want from Fruitville Station?
No, that's not the same.
Okay then. The couple he was in
He died in that movie.
what's that one movie?
I don't
With
know.
him and Zac Efron and Miles Teller. The Awkward Moment.
No,
That
she
couple
was,
didn't last.
Yeah, she was not a good wife.
Okay then, so
She was dumb.
what? He's not really
How you gonna leave
in
a
relationships
doctor?
in movies.
A gorgeous doctor.
He
What's
was
wrong
like
with
a
her?
nurse.
He was a doctor.
He was a nurse.
He was a doctor.
Alright, so at number 2, this was a tough one between 2 and 1. Because both these couples should be 1.
Both of them were trash.
But I guess we settled on number 2 being Anastasia and Christian from 50 Shades of Grey.
They make me laugh sometimes, but they're so trash.
That's the only reason they're 2. Because 50 Shades, the first one, was funny. It was awful, but it was funny. Alright, and then number 1, stinking up the joint, is the most boringest couple in the movie theater has ever seen. Bella and Edward from Twilight.
Yeah, they're trash too.
Alright, so what are you giving them?
We still saw every single one.
Of course, I gotta know. I gotta be in the know. I gotta be able to say it's whack. I don't want to just assume. Alright, so what are you giving The Nun?
Like I said, I was definitely disappointed. But I'm not going to say it was complete trash like Bella and Edward. So I'm going to go with number 2 for Anastasia and what's the guy's name?
Christian.
And Christian. I'll give him that one, I guess.
Alright. I would have to agree. I would say it's a high Anastasia and Christian.
A high? I think it would be a low Anastasia and Christian.
This movie is not a 1.
I'm not saying it's a 1,
so
but
I'm not gonna put it as a low 2.
It's not close to 3. I say it's a low 2. Mid to low 2.
I'll say it's a high 2.
Alright.
Because it had its moments. Like, I only focus on the bad stuff, but the vibe, it created a creepy vibe, even though it wasn't scary.
Okay, you're right. It did create some creepy vibes. It had snakes. Snakes creeped me out, so.
Yeah, and it wasn't boring. Just was a disappointment. Yeah, it wasn't done well.
Alright, I'm still sticking at mid 2.
Either way, it's a 2. So we both give it an Anastasia and Christian rating. So we can go ahead and move on to your favorite game, Friend, Marry, Kill.
So if we're talking about preachers fondling little boys, why are we still saying friend, marry, kill?
Nobody talking about fondling little boys.
So you said.
Because that's a known thing.
And that still wasn't brought up in the movie. It's not part of our show. So
I was just speaking all like broad when you think about religion. I don't know about you. That terrifies me. Alright, so our 3 contestants for this week are Thaisa. How do you say her name?
Who is this person?
We just talked about her from The Nun. Thaisa Farmiga, whatever her name is. No disrespect.
The girl from
The Nun and American Horror Story.
Alright,
yes. Her. The preacher from The Nun, Demian Bichir. Can't really pronounce his name either. Kind of a little foreign. Got like a little asterisk mark over one of the letters. And then, last but not least, from Peppermint, which also came out this week, Jennifer Garner.
That don't even look good.
I'm going to still see it, though. So.
You have fun with that. I don't know if I want to go see that one or not. I can't decide yet. Why are you even bringing this one up if we haven't seen that one? Why
because they're relevant from this week.
But we didn't see it.
It don't matter. You don't have to base it off the character. Then base it off of her.
I don't really like her either.
Okay,
maybe her character would have been redeeming. I don't know.
I doubt it, but... Alright, so... Friend, marry, kill.
Well, I'm definitely killing the preacher man because he was a waste of time in the movie. He was not very helpful. He's not going to help me in any situation, so he can die.
Okay.
Oops. I guess I'll friend... What's the girl from American Horror Story and The Nun? I would friend her because if she's walking around in either scenario being scary or with witch powers or being a ghost in American Horror Story or she's being whoever she is in The Nun with her visions, I don't want to deal with that all the time. So she can be my friend so I don't have to deal with her and her visions every single day. And then I guess I'll go with Marion. Basing this one off of just who she is as a person, Jennifer Garner. Hey, she's loaded, so why not?
Okay. Also from, I'm going to call her T. The reason they said that she could also be Lorraine from The Conjuring because Lorraine also has like visions.
Right, that's what I thought it was her.
Stuff. And then I forget what the director said. He said they cast her sister because she just was the best for the part. They didn't cast her like for some correlation. I'm like, bruh. They look too similar.
You could have found someone else to be a good actor. You chose her for some kind of correlation. Y'all are full of crap.
She didn't blow it. She didn't have to blow y'all away. Like they
could have found someone else who was really good at acting.
That's why I thought they picked her, like because they was gonna reference like they're some type of family members or they're the same. They look too close to just be like, nah, they're 2 separate characters. They ain't got no relation.
They do.
Like, alright, whatever. Alright, so you're killing Bichir.
Yep.
Friendin Farmiga.
Yep.
And Marion Garner.
Yep.
Okay. So for me, I'm also killing Bichir.
Because he gotta go. He's not helpful.
Yeah, just because, no disrespect, but I'm just going off your character. Your character was trash. Mm-hmm. And I don't know him as an actor per se, so I'm just going off of that. Mm-hmm. I am marrying Jennifer Garner.
Why are you copying me?
Only because I'm a friend Farmiga just so I can get to her sister. If I marry her, that's disrespectful. Can't go after her sister.
You can't be her friend and then try to date her sister while you marry Nathan. That's disrespectful.
But I'm saying these are all separate lives.
And
These
she
aren't the
looks
same
old.
movie.
Why are you going after her sister, Nathan?
She's only like 40-something.
She looks old.
But she doesn't look old.
You be finding some of the strangest people attractive
Wow,
sometimes.
she looks old?
That questions me. Yeah, she looks like old lady to me.
No, she does not.
Not like granny old, but she looks like she's old.
Old people can't be attractive too?
No!
Wow. I can't wait to see how you feel when you get older.
I'm gonna feel gross.
Well, sorry. Hate to bust your bubble, but you are going to age.
No, I'm not.
So I'm friending
I'm
Farmiga.
23 for life.
Oh, okay. Friending Farmiga, killing Bachir, and marrying Jennifer Garner. And it is a plus that she got money. And she can... I can hit up Ben Affleck and see what he got.
You probably can. He probably doesn't want to be your friend. You married his ex. He probably doesn't want to be your friend.
People have been cool with their significant over.
I feel like they're not.
They're cool. Like he just went to rehab and she took him to rehab.
Oh, that was nice of her.
They got a kid. They gotta be cool.
They gotta be cordial. They ain't gotta be cool.
Well, she never took him to rehab. All right, moving on to some topics for this week. You ready? You ready to dive in?
Let's do this.
You ready to dive in?
Didn't I just say let's do this? Why are we diving in 10 times?
You don't go swimming and dive in the pool 10 times?
No, I don't, because I can't dive. I can't swim that well, so.
That's a fact. All right, so there's been rumors circulating that Avengers 4 reshoots that are going on, that just started recently.
You know reshoots?
Yeah, to finish the movie.
Mm.
And a lot of big budget movies, they just go back and do reshoots. Just when you're editing and you see something like, I could have did that differently, or we could touch something up here, or this didn't really work well, so you go back and add stuff, reshoot stuff, just for various reasons. But
You're ready for this movie.
Their reasons seem to be to finish the movie and do touch-ups. So, but there are rumors going around that during this whole process, they're also doing it to remove the Guardians from the Galaxy from the movie in some way, and and write them out of the MCU, because the whole James Gunn situation, they fired him.
I remember that, but oh my gosh, it's not that serious. Like, find a different director.
And then they postponed Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 indefinitely. So it was going to come out, or it was going to start shooting, I believe, at the end of this year or beginning of next year, but that's not happening. So no one knows when the movie will actually, if it will actually get made, it will actually come out. And on top of that, Dave Bautista has been just a pain in their fannies, talking about how he don't want to work for Disney no more. He doesn't know if he's going to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because they didn't rehire
Dave Bautista?
Drax.
Oh. Why are they being so difficult? Okay, well then sell Guardians of the Galaxy to Fox or something. Stop being so difficult and make this darn movie.
You can't do that. So, first
They gonna miss out on money because of that? That's dumb.
Who knows? I don't know. That's why I said these are all rumors. I will say I will be highly upset if I don't get another movie with Groot, but, whatever. My question to you is, which Guardians character do I remind you of? We have Star-Lord.
What?
We have Drax, who I just spoke of. I know I ain't no Mantis. I know I ain't Gamora.
No, definitely not.
Why you look me up and down to say that? Did it take you to look at me up and down to realize I'm not a girl?
No.
Jesus. And then we got Groot, and then we got Rocket. I mean, I guess we can throw Yondu over there, too.
Who's that, the guy with the whistle? Who's Yondu?
Yes, the guy who whistled.
With the whistle.
He didn't have a whistle, he whistled.
He has a whistle and he has a little thing that flies when he whistles. What's the little thing?
He whistled and the arrow would move around. It wasn't that he had a whistle.
Okay, well, you know what I meant. Alright.
Barely.
I'm gonna go with Drax. Actually, that was a pretty easy question because you are a very literal person. You've been very literal since I can remember, and your mother also condones that you're a very literal person. So I'm gonna go with Drax.
So now, if you would have said the Drax from the comic book, who's super tough, and killing machine.
That's not even the reason whatsoever. Not because you're tough, not because he's muscular. I'm choosing him.
Oh wow, like how you do that in there.
Because I feel like you're gonna go there next to. You're gonna get more.
Don't make me flex.
I be trying to get you to. You don't do it. But I'm going because of your literal nature. You're a very literal person. We have to explain things to you very literally, and you're going to do it to the word. So you're not going to interpret what we're saying. You're going to do exactly what we say.
Well, maybe you guys should say exactly what you want. I'm not a mind reader.
I mean, sometimes I do, and you still don't always do it right. So
I do exactly what you ask.
Exactly, like when your mom said sweep under the counter. You swept all the trash underneath
wasn't
the
trash,
counter.
it was crumbs.
The crumbs are trash. You swept them underneath the counter.
But you just said it.
You didn't clean.
Sweep under the counter. So
That
I
means
swept.
take the broom and get the
She
thing
should have said
from under the counter.
She should have said, "Can you take the broom and sweep the crumbs from under the counter?" She just said, "Sweep under the counter." How am I supposed to know that she don't want the crumbs going under there?
Why would she want the crumbs there?
I don't know. I was a kid at the time. I didn't really care. I didn't want to do it. So I just did what she asked. So I get it over with.
You didn't do what she asked.
I did what she asked. So just because y'all think I'm a mind reader,
literal person.
I am not no drag.
Or sometimes you're literal and not in the good way. Like I sent you to the grocery store to get strawberries. I said, Nathan, I don't want the ones that are cut. Just get
Can you
normal
stop calling about my
strawberries.
government? You can call me Thug Belina, Jack Black, or Leo.
And all you heard was cut strawberries. So what did you come home with? Cut strawberries when I wanted the fresh, not cut strawberries. So for some reason you're just...
Remind me to never go to the store ever again for you, since the strawberries I got for you were too undeserving to be in your
I'm
kitchen.
just saying that you paid more for strawberries than you had to.
Well, so you should have been happy. Blew my valuable cash on your little stupid strawberries just for you to be ungrateful.
I wasn't ungrateful. I was happy you got me some, but I was trying to save you money.
Well, it's my money, so if I want to blow it on fancier strawberries, I can.
Okay.
Saved you some time, too. You didn't have to cut them.
It didn't.
So you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I am not a Drax.
Oh, who would you think yourself?
Because he's like a bumbling idiot in these movies. He's
not-
He's funny.
He's not necessarily an idiot. Like he said, he's just very little. He takes things very
but he's
literally.
so goofy. I'm super serious.
You're not.
So, I mean, I guess I would say I'm more of like a Groot. Just because I'm adorable. And I'm as tall as a tree. And I keep my my sentences to few words.
You don't. You talk a lot.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You
Never.
are a talker. Yeah, you
No,
are.
I'm not.
You talk a lot.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
You're wrong.
Groot can be a little sassy, and you're pretty sassy at times.
Sassy is not something I would ever use to describe myself.
I would use it to describe you, but I'm still leaning more with Drax.
Okay, well, I disagree, but whatever. Okay, another question for you. What do you think I would do if I was in Peter Quill's shoes in the Infinity War? Dealing with his situation with Gamora, how he basically ruined the whole world by freaking out on Thanos when they had him in
Oh,
the
so like
tanks.
if Thanos killed me,
Yeah.
and you had to either one, help them finish beating Thanos the right way,
Mm-hmm.
or screw it all up.
You can do that scene, or with the scene where he shot the gun. She told him to kill him, and then the bubbles came out of the gun.
I don't want you to shoot me. I'm not that way in Gamora.
Oh, so you just rather have Thanos just take over?
No, but I don't
You
want to
rather have
die.
Thanos take you to where the Soul Stone is. You see what happened? You see what happened when she took him to the Soul Stone. You still end up dying, and the Soul Stone is captured, and the world is ruined.
True, but
So you sound super selfish right
either
now.
way, shooting wasn't going to work because he had already had the Reality Stone. So we're just not going to talk about that.
He didn't have the Soul Stone.
But he had
would've
the Reality
never figured
Stone.
out where the
So,
Soul
but-
Stone was.
But what Gamora said was if he gets me, then shoot me.
Okay.
But by the time Thanos got her, Thanos already had the Reality Stone. So it wouldn't have mattered if he agreed
But
to shoot
we don't
him.
know that until after I let the
But
Debbie
he still
pop.
did. But he still had it, so the shooting wouldn't have worked anyway.
But you're still selfish because you're like, don't shoot me. So still, you look bad. You should have just lied like, yeah, shoot me. And now
I don't know
I
how I
went,
get shot. That seems
Blicky
painful.
to save the world.
See,
And
look at you. You're just ready to kill me.
no, I'm trying to be a hero.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to go Blicky, save the
I don't know
world.
that's how guns sound.
Have you ever shot a gun before?
Yes.
I
it
shoot
definitely
guns
didn't
every
go-
day.
You don't.
I'm snitching on myself right now.
You
I
don't
shoot
shoot
guns
guns
every
at
day.
all.
And all my guns go Blicky.
You don't even shoot them in video games. You don't shoot guns.
Yeah, because I don't need to shoot them in video games because I do it in real life.
You don't.
Catch me on the wrong day. I keep them things on me. And if you talk to me crazy, Blicky, it's over. It's a fact, bruh.
I think that in that scene, I think he would still go for the world. I'm already dead. Why would you sit there and try to fight him when you need to save the whole world? I'm already gone. There's no reason to try to do that. So I'm hoping and I think that you would save the world.
You right, because I'm all about prosperity and peace throughout.
Says the guy who just says you shooting everybody blicky blicky.
If
Like,
you talk to me wrong.
Where's the peace and the
At
prosperity
the end of
in
the day,
that?
I gotta show that you just can't roll over on me.
So peace and prosperity just went out the whole window, so I talks to you wrong.
If you disrespect me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. So, there seems to be a controversy over the fact that the First Man movie, Ryan Gosling,
Oh, I've heard about this controversy.
that they don't show Neil Armstrong planting the flag in the movie at all.
Who cares?
It's a big moment. I mean, if the movie's good, I don't care, but that's like a big moment. It's also
Him landing on the moon is the big moment.
also
Him taking
generic,
the
though.
step on the moon is a big moment.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you how they feel. I can see it on both sides. It'll be generic if they show it, but it's just like, how can you not show it in a movie that this is basically...
Because all they gotta show is him taking the step on the moon.
I mean, I'm sure the movie's going to be great, but...
Of course you are.
My-
You love Ryan Gosling.
He's a great actor. And it's the guy who directed him in La La Land too, so Damien Chazelle. Alright, my question for you is, which one of us would last the longest in astronaut training?
In astronaut training?
Yeah.
What do they do?
I don't know. Have you never seen Rocket Man?
What is Rocket Man?
A hilarious movie from back in the day.
No.
Well, just assume what they do. You seen in...
I know they do some spinning things and you get queasy.
They do that. They do some exercises. They try to mimic how the air will feel when you're in space. It's a
And
whole
you
lot
gotta
of
be
stuff.
good with numbers and science too.
Exactly. So who would
Me.
last... Let me re-ask the question. Who would last longer between us two?
Yeah, me and you.
Not you and somebody completely
No,
different.
me and Nathan, right?
you.
Me and you.
Who would last the longest in the training?
Me.
Why do you think you would last longer than me?
Well, one, because you don't like science whatsoever.
It don't matter.
That's a part of the
If I
training.
want to be an astronaut, do something cool like go into space, I'm going to figure it out.
You don't like science whatsoever. I can deal with science. I'm okay with science. You don't like roller coasters. I don't like them either, but I'll still get on them.
Because it's not that I don't like them. I already experienced them enough as a kid.
You don't like them, so
I experienced them enough as a kid.
I'll still ride them.
I
So-
rode way more roller coasters in my life than you ever had.
How do you know?
I went to like every single Six Flags in the country back when it was called Six Flags.
I went to things I don't
Did you go to Six
remember.
Flags?
I don't know. But
Exactly,
we
so if you
don't
don't
know
remember, it don't
this.
matter.
We don't know this. We don't know this. This isn't a fact.
I
We
rode
can't confirm
roller
this.
coasters backwards,
That me too.
forwards,
Me too.
upside down,
Me too.
flippity floppy,
And me too.
legs dangling,
Me too.
shoestrings hanging.
That's the same thing as
Hat
legs dangling.
waving.
I didn't wear hats, but I'm pretty sure it would have happened.
I'm just saying.
So I'm just going
I got
with-
concussions on them
How did you get a concussion?
because of them wood roller
Plus
coasters.
you got asthma. You can't keep up.
I didn't have asthma back then.
No, I'm saying now for astronaut training, you have asthma.
have an inhaler.
So whenever they're doing their exercises that
I have
have
an
to do
inhaler.
with making the air thin or whatnot, you might struggle.
Brianna, you know the type of food you gotta eat in space?
I'll eat it
You won't even eat the little meal replacement thing I tried to give you. And those things
because I
are
have
worse.
choices.
But you won't have these choices.
Exactly. I don't have choices. If I don't have choices, I can deal. But if I have
You have a
choice,
choice. You don't have to go into
no,
space.
and I'm already going to space.
You don't have to
And
go.
and we're
This
both
is a
in
choice that you're making.
we're both in the training for it, and I'm in the training because I want to go.
Bruh.
This isn't stable.
It's
But
clearly stable.
if I'm in the training because I want to go, I'm willing to sacrifice the meals. I know that I don't have a choice. I have to eat those.
You can't do condemned spaces,
Since when?
since I just know.
You don't know. When
you
has this ever been a
You
thing?
can't have your phone up there.
I don't need my phone. I
Your
lose my phone all
laptop.
the time.
Can't have your PlayStation up there.
Nathan, you're the one who's on your laptop 24/7.
And you would be too busy looking outside at the stars to be able to concentrate on the mission at hand. You get distracted too easily.
They have tons of time and space to do nothing.
Yeah, but you would be
So I
looking
can
at
look
it
at
at
the stars
important
all the
times.
time.
You would be
No.
looking at it at important times.
No, I still
And my
think I last
endurance
longer.
is way better than yours.
Lies! I run 5 minutes straight on the treadmill. You don't.
I haven't ran on the treadmill in weeks, for one.
Still. But when we are one...
Who can play basketball longer than you?
That's because I don't know how to play basketball.
You can still run up and down the court.
I run up and down the court.
Yeah, I would love.
You had me do suicides. I did them.
But that was a long time ago. I'm
I
saying
still did them.
basketball. Basketball's different.
No.
And I had to like push you when you were doing the suicide.
But I still did it.
But I'm saying,
But I did it.
I'm just
the
saying.
same thing, like I said, with the treadmill recently, even though it hasn't been a couple of weeks, because now we're doing the elliptical, still, on the treadmill, you'd run for like a minute and a half to 2 minutes, take a break. I could run for 5 to 7 minutes straight, and then switch over and take a break.
But I'm flying faster than you are. My speed is crazy. And my incline is way more than yours.
You're trying to work on your endurance. You're not trying to do all that.
Working on my endurance, I want to go fast.
Going fast all the time isn't what builds your endurance.
But I do it as the more I keep raising it slightly every day to make my body like, oh my gosh, he's not gonna let me take like a break, so it'll get used to it.
Still going with me.
You're tricking your body to do things that it doesn't want to do.
Still going with me. I think I last longer.
You are crazy.
Nope, I think I last longer.
Maybe I'll hit up Groupon and see if they have some astronaut training classes, and then we'll see who
Have
can
astronaut
last
training
longer.
classes on Groupon?
They might. They got everything on Groupon. Dang, you would know. All right. Next
I
up.
do love Groupon.
It Chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
The ending might break fans' hearts, according to the writer of the movie. Can't remember his name. Not looking it up either. So, my question to you is, do you think I would come back to your hometown with you, Derry, Indiana, I believe the movie takes place in? Would I go back with you and your little loser club friends if you said you had to go back to defeat Pennywise?
No, I wouldn't ask you to. I'm not going back to go fight this clown either.
No. You're a part of the losers club. Y'all made
I don't care.
Y'all made that blood pact that y'all will go back and defeat Pennywise when you come back. That's in the stipulations.
I got away. He don't come after grown-ups. He goes after kids. I'm not going back.
All right, so if you don't go back, then you're going to kill yourself.
Why not kill myself?
Because in the book, the one character that didn't go back killed himself because he refused to go back and deal with that clown.
Oh, so he felt bad enough to kill himself? I'm not going to feel that bad.
He didn't feel bad. He's just, I'd rather not live in a world where Pennywise is still roaming around, so he kills himself.
I'm not killing myself either. I'm just not going back.
Okay, well, those are your two options.
Alright, so if I have to go back,
yes,
I don't think you would come.
No, I'm asking you, wait, is that what
that is the question.
Okay, so you don't think would you ask me to come?
I might. I think I would ask you, but I probably wouldn't feel bad if you didn't come back.
She trying to get me killed too?
No, I'm not trying to get you killed, but you my man, you're supposed to be my protector, so...
Ain't no protecting you from no Pennywise.
So, exactly. So I say I would ask you, but I wouldn't feel bad if you didn't come back.
And why do you need me to protect you? You and your little friends dealt with him the first time around.
Clearly we didn't deal with him correctly because he's still roaming around.
But it was like 20, 30 years later that he ends up popping back up.
Clearly we still didn't know how to kill him the first time.
Alright, well now y'all use y'all adult brains on top of your already child brains.
Ain't no adult brains gonna tell you how to kill a monster. He's still a monster.
Ain't no child brains
supposed to be alive.
Ain't no child brains tell you how to kill a monster.
Right.
You guys figured it out.
They didn't figure it out. They subdued him, right? They didn't kill him.
But they thought he was done. They thought
we still don't know how to kill the thing. So I'm bringing you with me, hopefully, so that you could either protect me or, you know what, say, F this, Brianna, we leaving. They got this.
Protecting nothing.
Exactly. So
I'm not going back. I gotta watch the house. Winston too. Who's gonna watch Winston?
Winston is fine. He is a cat. Your mom will go check on him.
But I don't know how long we're going to be out there.
It's fine. Your mom will go check on him and feed him.
You are selfish. So you just want our whole...
You selfish? You just want me to go back there and die by myself?
You're the one who's wanting to go.
I don't want to go technically.
I'm telling you shouldn't go. But you're like, me and my friends...
You never said you were telling me not to go.
In the stipulations and the rules say you and your loser club friends have to go back. You want to go back to defeat him. I'm saying, nah, you shouldn't go back. For one, I don't even believe you. But I'm also saying, like... Okay, you want to go clear
right, so if you don't believe me, why don't you just come back? You don't believe me.
Because I'm like, you're crazy. I'm not wasting my time. I gotta work.
Why not? You don't believe me.
I don't have any
time off.
Why not go?
So you just prove me wrong.
I can't take time off.
You like to prove me wrong, so just go.
But not when it costs me money.
Look, Brianna, look, you being dumb, ain't a clown.
Not when it costs me money.
You got days.
I don't have any days.
You got days.
I don't have any.
You got days.
I use it for the holidays.
You got days.
A week. Because at my job, for some reason, they make you work on holidays.
Your job is... tricking you off.
And I like to have weeks off around the holidays too, so they're already used. I'm sorry. And then my annual 2K days.
Okay, so then we'll go during the holidays. You come with me.
No, you have to go back with your friends.
You have to come back with me. If that's my hometown and it's during the holidays, we all go see my family. No, you gotta come.
No, it's not during the holidays. I said I use my time for the holidays.
Right, so we can go during the holidays. I'm gonna tell my friends we gotta wait till the holidays.
Okay, so then he just done killed every kid and whatnot.
Well, maybe these These kids shouldn't be idiots going around following a strange clown that live in a sewer.
He plays with your mind. Did you not see the first movie?
Right, the little boy decides to go into the sewer with him.
He did not try to go in the sewer. He was actually pretty like...
He did. He was trying to get his little boat.
Nah.
He still reached down in there. He's like, oh, is that popcorn? Ooh, let me get closer. No.
No, he was like...
I'm not getting closer to nobody in no sewer.
No. Clearly the kid was like, I really shouldn't go in here, but I want to get my boat back.
Right, and popcorn.
His paper boat.
Right, that his brother could have made another one of. So clearly these kids are idiots.
Kids are stupid. You know that. It's a fact. Kids are dumb.
Not all kids are dumb.
Most kids are
stupid.
dumb. Most kids are stupid. So what I'm getting from this is you mad selfish. You just trying to get me caught up too. So when Winston
I said I'd ask you, but I wouldn't be mad if you said no.
When Winston doesn't have any more parents, I want you to realize that. Because those are the decisions that
Well, maybe you should have killed Pennywise and Winston wouldn't have had this problem.
You know how hard he is to kill. You dealt with him the first time.
Right, well, maybe you should come and figure it out with your gun.
I don't.
With your little sound effects.
The Blicky cannot
maybe
kill.
You should kill Pennywise with your Blicky because he's super disrespectful.
I'm to pull a Blicky on you. You keep talking too crazy. Alright, last but not least, the Annabelle 3 director. We spoke about Annabelle earlier in the show.
One? I thought that was done because the other one wasn't that great.
But they do well.
Oh.
And they're not like atrocious. They're not panned by critics, and they do well. So the Annabelle 3 director gave plot details for the movie, which comes out next year. He said in this one, it's going to take place after Annabelle gets put in the Warrens' little room with all their artifacts that have been possessed. It's going to take place after that. Annabelle is basically going to wake up and like turn all the artifacts loose,
or whatever.
Let them free, and bam.
That is very dumb of them to have a whole room full of haunted artifacts.
That deals with my question. If we were the Warrens, would you let me keep all those possessed artifacts in the house?
No! That makes zero sense. Why are we keeping all these in our house where our child and our home and our family is?
Because it's our job.
We can go get a storage unit. We can go...
We want to make sure that they don't get loose. What better way to make sure they don't get loose than putting them in our house than behind a door that's locked?
So we can die when they decide to get...
The door is locked.
Whoa, it's locked. I can lock up a different house a mile away.
But you're not there to watch that
That's
stuff.
That's fine. I'll have cameras or something. I'm
not
pay
extra for cameras.
I sure will.
This is the 1970s.
So they're cheaper.
They don't even have cameras back then.
They do have cameras.
Not to spy on stuff.
Clearly they do. They recorded the darn exorcism
then
of
where's
Frenchie.
the footage of Martin Luther King getting shot?
They recorded. They recorded the exorcism of Frenchie. So clearly,
where's
the Warrens,
footage of Martin Luther King?
That is not what we're talking about in this scenario.
Well,
but the Warrens have cameras. And in all of the Conjuring movies, we see some people getting recorded.
Yeah, not spy cams.
But we see people getting recorded.
Not spy cams.
They did have spy cams in the second one.
Ricochet together.
They still had spy cams in the second one.
Rigged together like
they still had them.
Like some old MacGyver type stuff.
They still had them.
I'm just saying.
That's all that matters. That they had them.
Rich.
So I would go and I would get a rent. As much as they charge these people for exorcisms, they got money.
You don't know what they're
They got money.
They do it through the church. They don't charge them.
They get money.
They do it through
They be teaching at universities and whatnot. They got money. So, like I said, if we were the Warrens, I would go have a house out in the middle of nowhere.
You're gonna pay for a completely new house.
Yes.
You are. Where you get this magical money from? On trees.
They got money. They got money.
Money grows on trees where you live.
They got money. I want to have a house out in the middle of nowhere that is very secure. I'll keep it locked up. I'll have cameras that have monitored. I will take care of this house. And that's where all the darn demon possessions can go. Because why are they going to stay in my house so they can attack me? Did y'all not see the nun attack the lady in her own home? I'm not going home to be attacked. I'm going home to relax. So no, they cannot stay in my house. And if you want to stay with them, you can go live in the house in the middle of nowhere with the door that. Because I'm not living with them.
Where you getting this magical money from?
They got money, Nathan. You're talking about the Warrens, not me.
Stop pocket watching them. Stop pocket watching them.
They got money.
I don't know where you think they got money from.
Because they do.
Just because they live in a house?
They got money.
And they save people?
Yep, they got money. They charge for that. They got money.
They don't charge. They do it through the church.
All these mediums charge.
Back in the day, they're not like Hollywood Medium or whatever that Lifetime show is with that one lady who be fake talking to demons and souls and whatnot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, there's some
But they have the money for it. I'm not keeping on them things in my house.
my house too, so I get to say in what.
Then I'm leaving because I'm not staying in that house.
Bye.
That's fine.
Bye. You'll thank me when these demons are running around possessing everybody and killing everybody. You're welcome.
You would need me as her because she has the visions and whatnot.
Yeah, but I'm a man, so.
Alright, well, you live with all the possessed demons, and
when
something happens to you and I have a vision, I'm like, I told you should have stayed there.
I'll hire the Irene chick. Because clearly they're two different people, so I'll just find her. Hey.
I'm not living with them.
I'm good. I'm the one who's been saving people anyways. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about before we move on to our float or freeze segment?
No, let's go ahead and move on to float or freeze.
Alright, so this segment, as always, based off of one episode, we take somebody or movie or whatever and decide or say that we'll share the door with them, which means picking them up.
With this.
And then,
So I keep struggling with this.
Well, you know what's happening, so it's your fault. And then we pick one person each, that a person, thing, movie, whatever, that we would say let them freeze, which is like thumbs down, you was whack.
Okay.
Not picking them up. That's the proper term. Okay, so who are you sharing the door with this week?
Well, I already know who I'm freezing, so I'm gonna start there.
Okay. Who are you freezing? Who are you going to let him freeze?
I'm freezing the priest, the father, the guy from
Samesies. I wrote that down.
I am freezing him because he's useless. He's not helping me now, so he can just go freeze.
You're not personally going to freeze him. You're just going to let him freeze.
Well, I'm going to let him freeze. I don't see what's the point in saving him. Like, if he was ringing a little bell and I was walking by, I'd leave him. So the same way if he's in the water and he's freezing, I'm leaving him because he's not helpful.
I put the same thing down, so I'm with you there.
Copy me today.
I'm not copying. He was trash. His character, but I'm freezing the exact character, not the actor.
I'm freezing the character.
So, yeah.
Most of mine are based off of the character. I'm freezing the character.
Yeah, because he was trash. He was useless. He was like one of the weakest stars of a movie, and something like, especially a horror movie like this before. I was like, it was pitiful. Like, I literally kept forgetting that he was there. So
I mean, I didn't forget, but I was like, why is he here?
I did. When he came around, like, oh, he's still around. He ain't dead yet. Like, okay. Huh? Oh. She's probably home.
Oh, that's cute.
We're almost done, though. Alright, so,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I thought of somebody who not the freeze.
You share the door with? Who you sharing the door with?
I'm gonna share the door with Frenchie. Not the possessed Frenchie, but the Frenchie from, like, when he was not possessed. Because he came back. He didn't have to come back. I wouldn't have came back for them. That's on them for them to stay up there and, deal with the demons and fight the devil and whatnot. So Frenchie comes back. He's a very dedicated guy. He didn't even know them that well, and he still came back to try to help them. So I'm gonna say Frenchie.
Okay.
He can get on the door with me.
Alright. I am going to share the door with my main man, Tom Cruise.
Why?
Because I saw Mission Impossible Fallout again this week.
You did.
And I'm just sitting here watching this like, this is a really great movie. It's definitely a top 10 movie for me this year. The action was great. Even though I don't think it's the best action movie this year. Mm-hmm. That is going to go to Avengers Infinity War. Oh. But this is the best realistic action movie.
Realistic? Really?
Not
realistic.
I mean, okay.
Realistic?
Non-computer generated.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely one of the most least rated. It's up there with the Avengers as the fakest movie. But like effects wise, it didn't use like computer generated. I mean, it did for some scenes. There's a scene where Tom Cruise is riding when he's going through that little circle and he's on the motorcycle in the traffic. When he's riding through traffic on the motorcycle.
I remember. Yep, I remember.
I'm looking at that scene like that looks very special effects heavy. But other than that, a lot of it looked like it was practical effects.
You should say Benji.
No, I'm good. It was a lot of it didn't seem practical effects heavy, and so he's continuing his streak of having. Well, even though he's had some subpar movies here and there, but he's been having more great action movies than non-great action movies, especially the Mission Impossible franchise. It keeps getting better and better, and it's 5, 6 movies deep, which is, rare. So for that, I am going to share the door with my main man, Tom.
Okay.
All right. Well, we have come to the end of this shindig.
Time to wrap it up.
Christmas gift. As we would say on the other podcast, but whatever. Alright, so it's your boy, Black Jack, no gambling. I'm gonna get that on a shirt. Leo Archibald, here with my lovely co-host and inferior.
Excuse me.
What? Did I say that?
From our, how many listeners did we have last time?
I'm pretty sure it was, last time I looked, it was sitting at a cool 10.
We had 10?
I think that's what it was.
Oh, that's surprising. Who listened to us more than once?
All right. Whose computer kept logging out and then logging back in on accident? I'm not trying to come back on this stupid page. It shows trash.
Well, from the review I heard, I was the superior co-host. Thank you very much.
Well, that person, and he knows who he is trolling, and he knows it.
He's not. He's just speaking the truth. He's speaking the truth.
But anyways, you can find us probably once again on the Leo B. Gyllenhaal iTunes and SoundCloud feed, because I still have not created our own, but I'm going to do that this week.
No, I know.
You can find us on YouTube if you want to see the video version.
You can just listen.
Or you can see the video version on YouTube at Share the Door. That's the YouTube name. You can also see just a separate review of The Nun on there. We already got Searching on there. Just the movie review. Search it in the first episode, and I'll get the Instagram up. So, yeah. Alright, so I don't remember how we ended it last time. You ended with something.
We didn't.
You ended it with
We
something
just ended
goofy.
it. Thanks for listening.
You stop saying thanks. You sound too. People don't like when you sound nice.
Oh,
You
so
gotta
I'm
be
supposed
like,
to say, what am I supposed to say?
so be like, I don't care if you listen or not. I don't care.
No, they took the time out of their day to listen. Thank you. You don't have to.
Well, fine. We'll end it with a thank you.
Okay.
That's trash.